Alright, so in this video, we're going to dive into how module power priorities work in Elite Dangerous and how to set your ship up so that when things go south, you still have full control. So without any further delays, let's get into it. Every module on your ship draws power from your power plant, and your power plant, like everything in life, has limits. Once you exceed those limits, the game starts shutting off modules, and if you haven't told it what exactly to shut down first, you're going to be in for a very bad time, and probably a date with a rebuy screen. Module power priorities are basically your in case of emergency checklist. You're ranking modules from priority 1 to priority 5. With priority 1 meaning unless the ship is in pieces, then keep these modules running at all times. With priority 5 meaning if you need some extra juice, shut this down. It's really that simple and that crucial. Think of it like a triage system for your ship, where you have to assess which modules are more vital than others. Thrusters, that's always going to be a high priority. Guns, shield boosters, probably a medium priority. Frameshift drive interdictor, cargo hatch, definitely going on the lowest priority. The order you set tells the game what matters to you most when things get hairy. Without a system like this in place, your ship just treats all modules equally, and that's the quickest way people end up playing 3311's version of Russian roulette, as you really have no clue what will be powered off next. I get it. Right about now, you might be thinking, why do power priorities even matter? As long as I stay under 100% deployed, I'm good to go, right? And honestly, in most cases, you'd be right. But here's the catch. When your power plant starts taking damage, it begins malfunctioning. And when it does malfunction, it will give off only 40% of its power capacity for 5 seconds before jumping back up to max. Once your power plant hits zero integrity, it's going to start dropping down to 20% power output for 5 seconds before going up to 50% capacity. That is, if it doesn't blow up your ship, of course. So yeah, you might be fine under ideal conditions, but in a real dogfight, when things go sideways and shit hits the fan, your module priorities are the only thing keeping you from a quick trip to that rebuy. Real quick, let's talk about some common mistakes that even seasoned players still make. First up is leaving everything on priority number 1. This is a death sentence. When your ship goes over its power budget, it has no clue what to disable, and it's going to start cutting modules off. And if everything's on the same priority level, it might shut off your shields, weapons, even life support randomly, who knows? And that's never a good thing, especially in the heat of battle. Another huge mistake that even experienced pilots make from time to time is forgetting to reset your power priorities after swapping out modules. Every time you add or replace a module on your ship, it'll shift your total power consumption and default said module to priority 1, at least from my experience. And if you don't reassign it, you risk overloading your ship and losing key systems when you probably need them the most. It only takes 30 seconds to revisit your priorities after a loadout change. Don't set yourself up for failure by not doing so. Now, I want to break down a power priority system that works for almost any ship. For priority 1, these are the heart of your ship. When shit hits the fan, you want these modules active at all times. So, depending on engineering, you want to prioritize these modules in this specific order: thrusters, frameshift drive, sensors, and power distributor. Think of priority 1 as your get out of dodge fast and live to fly another day priority. Then in priority 2, we have whatever else did not fit in priority 1, and then you're going to add your shield generator and maybe a booster or 2 if you have them. Here you can also place any chaff or heat sinks or shield cell banks. Just definitely try to stay under 50% here, so when the power plant's only giving off half power, these all will still be working. Think of priority 2 as the priority where you place all the modules that will assist you in getting out of Dodge City fast. In priority 3, we got our guns, or whatever else you may have equipped in your hardpoint. In priority 4, we have whatever utilities did not fit into priority number 2, and then whatever other utilities we may have that we want active while our hardpoints are deployed. Think hill warrant scanner or wake scanner, point defense, and limpet controllers. And then finally in priority number 5, we have our non-combat related modules and ones that do not really require your hardpoints to be deployed in order to activate. So we're looking at our cargo scoop, SRV bays, frameshift drive interdictors, frameshift drive boosters. Again, these are modules that Once hard points are activated, your ship will automatically power off, and when you retract your hard points, it will turn right back on. And these should always be the lowest priority if you don't use them often. Let it go first. And then a quick pro tip before we get out of here. Be careful with overcharging your power plant in order to squeeze out some extra megajoules worth of power out of it, as that heat does build up fast, and outside of the heat, just the integrity loss can really be felt depending on the size of the power plant. Trust me, you don't want a power plant that takes 2 shots before it blows up. Setting power priorities doesn't just save your ship, it gives you control over every second of the fight. It's the difference between winning a 1v1 and drifting in space wondering why your guns won't fire. If you've been flying without touching this tab, go ahead and change that today and rank out everything logically and just kind of tailor the list to how you fly your ship and what modules you value as more important than the others. And if you found this helpful, drop a like and sub up for more Elite Dangerous content. But till we meet out in the black, fly safe, fly dangerous, midnight out. See you, Space Cowboy.